Welcome to another Venturhaus Bespoke van tour. This is a Mercedes Sprinter 2500 all-wheel drive, and we've done it up to the nines. I've been building vans for the last 10 years, and dare I say, this is my favorite van to date. I'm TJ Rivers, and I'm really excited to show you all the features in this exquisite custom Sprinter build. Now you might be wondering, what's the difference between the Modular Van System and the Venturhaus Bespoke Van Service? Well, you see, the Modular Van System does allow you to customize your build. By using our standardized components, you can rearrange the modules to create unique layout that is just right for you. It's the best value in vans, certainly. You're gonna get a customized layout at the price of something that's standardized. Now, our Bespoke Custom Van Service is going to be similar in that the layout's completely custom, but the entire process is customized and tailored to the client as well. We're going to be looping them in to every step of the build and make sure that your van is truly your van. Let's get into it, and I'm going to explain how we brought this van to life. Now, before we start building any van, the most important part of the process is the consultation and design work. This client had seen our bespoke work in the past and decided that we were the right fit to bring her ideas to life. Now, we take a lot of pride in working with her to determine what is going to make this van perfect for her and her pets that she's sharing it with. So, the consultation is a first step for us to gather information that then we can put our expertise to work. With 10 years of experience and a broad team around us to support, we're able to bring the wildest ideas to fruition. Now, this van has a lot of great features. None of it, I would say, is too out of the box, but the sum of those parts is what makes me feel like it's my favorite van to date. In architectural design, there's a concept called bubble modeling, and we use that a lot as we're planning out the beginning stages of a van. Usually, a van consists of three main bubbles. There's a sleeping area, a shower area, and then a kitchen area. Maybe storage can kind of be integrated into that. So in this van, those bubbles got laid out with a roughly 60-inch sleeping area here in the back, about 24 to 30 inches of storage that comes into a kitchen beginning to form on this side and a shower over here. And then forward of that, we have prep space, counter space, and a kitchenette to really lock in a great work area. Now, when we're looking at bubble modeling, we're thinking about how do these spaces relate to how we use the space. So, it wouldn't make a lot of sense sometimes to have your refrigerator closer to your bed and your fireplace closer to your sink. And through that process, we determined the right order for this van to feel and function optimally. Let's talk about what differentiates this from our standard modular van system and what might be familiar. So to start, the floor, walls, and ceiling system are our standard modular system foundation. That is a solid, insulated designed envelope to create a habitat that we can then live from. We can also install the right components to make it a comfortable and livable space. So the foundation is the same in our Bespoke custom builds as it is in our modular van system. This one got a slight upgrade with a few unique features, primarily additional layers of thin slate insulation to max it out, a radiant floor system, along with a custom gray stained birch ceiling. Now, if you're not familiar with our modular system foundation, it's the envelope that everything goes inside of, and it's backed by L-track, which is anchored every 4 inches with M6 bolts into a steel subframe. This makes it incredibly strong, but also incredibly flexible. I can take out these hooks and I can place them wherever I want, so that as my needs change, I can have a van that adapts with me. The L-track also provides us a stout way to mount our furniture. So these M10 knobs give us a bulletproof basis to attach any of these modules that we outlined in those bubble zones. So we have an overhead cabinet here, we have a shower here, we have what we call a floor to ceiling module here. Coming all the way into the back, the L-track provides us, again, utility through our what we call accessory modules. These are modules that mount to the L-track and utilize another unique feature of our modular van system, and that is the distributed 12-volt electrical ports. These ports provide low voltage power throughout the van to run your appliances, accessories, and devices on, so that you have flexibility in not only storage, but also amenities. So as you can see, our Bespoke custom builds are still running off a strong foundation. They're growing from our modular system foundation, and with 10 years of building vans under my belt, something I've realized is that sometimes custom isn't necessarily the best because you're building it for the first time. And here I feel like we found a great integration of proven systems, proven structure, and then custom furniture to balance out the risks that come with doing something for the first time. Let's talk about this kitchenette module. A few features of it that I really enjoy are, one, just the customized colors that we use for this client. The birch paneling accented by the gold finishes, along with the bamboo cutting board and this Phoenix front. It comes together nicely. Oh, and don't forget our Corian countertop for a very just well-appointed fit and finish. I like how the colors work together too with the floor and ceiling and create a space that feels warm but also highly usable. You know, non-porous surfaces that are lightweight and won't warp or be damaged from the rigors of traveling through multiple environments. Now, another feature I really like about this area is how the window sits with this zone. That awning window really brings the inside out, and with a built-in screen and shade, it's easy to get privacy, keep the bugs out, whatever you need to do. Maybe even hand your friend or loved one a beer. Now, at the sink too, we have a dedicated soap dispenser. It's a pull-down faucet, so, you know, easy to access all of those hard to get to areas as you're doing the dishes. The sink can even swivel out the window if you so desired. Underneath the cabinet, we have lighting. Lighting is activated by a touch, and that is also dimmable. Our client has added a very nice feature. We have a little camper themed night light along with a Velcroed on plant, would highly recommend. And then the actual utility of this space really is mostly the toaster oven. I know somebody is going to comment and tell me how much space we wasted around this toaster oven. And you know, that's maybe valid, but our client wanted it and they're going to enjoy it. So in your build, if you desire to use this in another way, let us know in the comments how you might do so. But for us, it's a great place to toast some toast, bake a pizza, make some cookies, air fry some chicken, whatever you want to do. Below that, behind these vents, is going to be our Rixson hydronic system. We'll talk more about that, but in a nutshell, it's going to provide hot water, hot air, and a hot floor. To the left of our sink, we're going to have another controversial item, a toilet. Probably wondering, why is my toilet in the kitchen? Well, this is the best place for it. That's just kind of how it goes in a van. But I honestly really like this location. It's tucked away enough, and the wrap-on toilet is very sanitary. We'll talk more about that as well. The overhead cabinet provides ample storage, and it is easy to access as you are using the kitchen space. Secured by grab latches, it solidly closes, and the self-supporting hinges will also keep it solidly open. Moving over to the left-hand side here, we have a work surface that is full of storage. This also has some unique features, one being this pet gate. It allows our client to keep her furry friends in when she wants them to stay in, and other critters out. It's easy to use and very utilitarian. Behind that, we have a flip-up counter, locking in to create about 6 feet of usable workspace, easy to set up and take down. A few other additions from our client, some art, which I love to see how people decorate their vans. And also a Bluetooth speaker. I like how she simply Velcroed that to the counter and created an easy amenity. To the left of that, we have USB-C ports and a 120. And then following up towards the ceiling, we have most of our control center. So this is going to include the controls for the exterior awning, the overhead lights, and our Bluetti RV5 off-grid system. On the far left side, we also have the Cruise and Comfort air conditioning system. On the front side of this module, we have tons of storage, and we know everybody loves storage in their vans. So we're talking drawers, more drawers, more drawers. And then below that, we have our Cruise and Comfort air conditioning system. This is an American-made, high-efficiency DC air conditioner. This one's running at 48 volts and producing, I believe, around 14,000 BTUs of cooling capacity. We have vented the air return straight into the toe kick and the face to allow it to efficiently circulate the air in the vehicle. While we're up here, I want to talk about something else, and that's service. And we've made this entire build very easy to service by making things like the faces just pop off. So if you need to access, you know, your Rixson unit, you can pop this face off, pop the shelf off, and get complete access. The Rixson face pops off the same. Same with the Cruise and Comfort. So this build is highly serviceable. In that it's easy to get to the components that might need maintenance services or replacement parts as the build ages. Let's talk about the shower space we've built in here. This is our standard shower module configuration, except for there's no stainless steel pan. Instead, we have a beautiful layer of micro cement, a thin epoxy-like cement finish that really creates an organic feeling and also provides a durable waterproof surface. This is one of my favorite finishes, and I think it came out really nice in this build and ties into that warm gray, dark green color scheme that we have throughout. To keep things lightweight, we have a classic Nautilus shower door. These doors retract into a case and use a squeegee mechanism to dry it as it goes back in. We intentionally leave a gap at the top of our shower to allow the light from our overhead lights to permeate in, providing a comfortable experience with a bit of indirect lighting. To the left of the shower, we have another tall cabinet. This one features adjustable shelving along with more of that exposed L track for you to utilize on the interior. It also has a full-length mirror that can help you get ready in the morning. I guess full length for a van. Below this, we have some pick and pull foam. Currently, it's being used to store the parts of the oven that probably clank around, but eventually our client will be using it to store her wildlife photography equipment. Now, this van features a elevator bed. That's great, but when the bed's at lowest position, it can still be hard for some people to get in and out of. To provide an amenity to assist, we have made these pull-out stairs that lock into place with the locking drawer slide and feature removable tops so that you can actually utilize the inside of the steps as storage. As easy as it comes out, it goes back in. Just push the lever and push it in until it clicks. Across from the shower, we have a continuation of our kitchen space in some degree and our control center. So again, in the name of access, it's very easy to access all of these controls and adjust what lives here. Maybe if you added something that needed controlled or needed to repair, you can get in there and access all of this easily. In addition to that, you have your Rixon control panel here, and your tank levels are going to be there. Here we have a pantry style drawer with a very neat feature, a Nespresso espresso maker. Takes pods and creates coffee on the fly. Yeah, it is something that I think I'll be including in my future van builds because wow, what a nice thing to have. Below the Nespresso, we have an often forgotten amenity, and that is a trash can. This wood lid hinges up and allows you access to your trash. Our client has in there currently just a generic bag, but there are, I believe it's a 20-gallon or 20-liter trash bag that fits quite nicely in there. Coming down to the lowest section, we have just a large drawer. Again, maximizing storage, something that never hurts in your van. All of these cabinet faces are again that Phoenix material, and they're all secured with grab latches to keep things in place on rough roads. Perhaps one of my favorite features in some of the builds we've been working on is these tall eye-level refrigerators. It really is nice to be able to open your fridge door entirely, have a bunch of groceries right here, and easily get it in. You also can see everything in your fridge without having to squat down and dig around where it's dark. This, I believe, is the Isotherm Slim 140. Yes, which, yeah, a lot of space, a lot of room. Well built, and something that if you can fit it in your van, I would recommend it. We've designed in ventilation for the refrigerator as well. That's a very important detail that I think a lot of people forget. It will allow your fridge to last a long time and work as efficiently as possible. To the right of the refrigerator, we have another very large storage cabinet at about 24 inches deep and 10 inches tall. There's a lot of room in here. Coming down from there, we have another large cabinet. This one with a bit of L-track exposed on the inside, allowing you to utilize it for hooks and things of that nature. And one of my favorite features in this build is the fireplace, creating the vibes. A beautiful electric fireplace can actually provide heat, but more importantly, adds to the cozy cabin-like atmosphere of this build. Down low, we have another large drawer, and to the right, we have the cat's litter box. This actually is designed so that the dog can't access it, and there is a hole down here that connects to the large hole here. So the kitty can crawl through and come around and use their bathroom in peace, and the dog's not going to get in there and eat it, unfortunately leading to some accidents. Now let's go ahead and talk about this bed area. It's unique in that it serves a number of purposes. It is a dinette when you install the table mounts that swivel. It offers a little bit more storage where we can. It also houses our Blue Eddy RV5 off-grid system and our 24-gallon water system. It features a number of accessory modules like our indirect sconce lighting, and across from me over here we have our gooseneck reading light with a USB port and our power station for charging, which features USB-C and USB ports. The elevator bed above me features a capacitive switch with dimmable lighting. It also has easy controls that you can access right here. This is a unique elevator bed system in that we had experienced a number of issues with the existing systems on the market, so we took it upon ourselves to engineer our own elevator bed that you can actually buy on our website today, www.venturhaus.com. Check it out. These accessory modules, which mount to the L-track and plug into our distributed low voltage power system, are also available there as well. Now, this space offers both the primary sleeping space and the primary dining space through that table system. I'm going to show you how that works. The cushions here just Velcro off. And beneath this bench is our water system. In addition to that, we also are going to have our table mounts. So these tables stow away nicely there. I'm going to grab the legs. If you've ever used a Lagoon table, you're probably familiar with this style. However, this is not a Lagoon table, it's an ITC. And the reason I like the ITC table mounts is that they utilize a quick release style latch. So instead of those annoying kind of ratcheting style latches, this one's really easy and quick to lock into place or unlock when you want to swivel it. The top mounts just the same. Again, easy to lock. And then the table goes onto there. Once your table's on, you can reinstall your cushions. And you don't need to take your table down every time that you want to use it or not. So you can leave it here for the remainder of the day. The cushions easily reinstall, that Velcro making it a cinch. And just like that, we're ready to enjoy maybe some laptop time, or a meal with our friends and family. Again, super easy to lock into place and easy to unlock when you're ready to swivel it again. This mount can also move to the opposite side if desired. Once you are done using your table, lock the arm, pull the tabletop out, and replace it all back into the water utility tube. There are 2 tables inside of this utility tube, so you can actually set one up on each side. The tables can also rest on this support here, and you can make this out into a bed space for another person. Inside our plumbing utility tube, we have our water pump, we have our 24-gallon tank from Northwest Conversions, we have our Mopinka tank level sensor, my favorite to use. It is wireless, and we also have a water filter to filter the water for our client in this build. It's easy to access, easy to service. We have our Tetravan shower ports at the back, so shower port with a mixing valve there. That's where you're going to plug the shower in, and then at the top, that is where you fill your tank. It's all housed inside of what we call the plumbing utility tube, and that has a self-supporting lid with a little bit of padding to keep these tables from wiggling around. In addition to this being a living space, honestly one of the most multifaceted spaces in this custom build, it features a lot of amenities for cargo. So the additional rows of L-track here allow you to simply relocate D-rings wherever they're needed so you can securely anchor your cargo down. In addition to those D-rings, you need an easy way to get your cargo in. What cargo does our client plan on using? They plan on using their e-bike, which can weigh up to 80-100 pounds at times. This is a unique feature that I haven't seen before, so I was excited to check it out. This is a step made by a company called Carve, and it hooks in to create a loading ramp. Something like an e-bike, that can be incredibly handy. Dirt bikes, any other heavy wheeled vehicle you're trying to get into your van. And that seems like a good segue into the exterior of the van. Somewhat on the exterior, I guess, we have our Van Essential storage pouches. There are a number of these available from Van Essential. We love them. Here we have the full suite. So that's going to be your lower pouches, your middle pouch, your upper pouch, and the Sprinter triangle pouch. Adjacent to that, we have the Tetravan shower head, which we have fashioned onto some magnets for easy relocation as desired. The shower stows away nicely here and interfaces with the quick connection port. If you're familiar with our modular van system, then you should be familiar with that as well. To demonstrate how this might work, you'd simply install this up here and then connect your port over here. And voila. On the passenger side, I enjoy this little pouch for its table-like amenities. Great for getting ready to go out on an adventure. Coming around to the outside, we have some great accessories by Owl. The tire carrier for these oversized tires. These are KO3s, great AT option with reasonable winter performance as well. In the middle, we have some alloy wheels from our friends over at Torque Wheels. And here's the Owl Monster 60, I believe is the size on this one. It folds down to a table and opens up on top. Lots of storage in there. Anchored up to the Owl B2, which is a solid rear carrier for your exterior gear. if you had some bikes or the like, you could mount those on top of this box as well. One more feature to note back here, we have our Flatline Vanco rear storage locker. That is a great way to expand the space to store things on your build. It opens up to reveal a decent amount of storage area, great for things like cables, extension cords, hoses, anything that's a little bit more dirty. Note the awning windows out here. These are going to provide some fresh air to the interior and have a really clean, flat look versus the sliders. Additionally, I want to call out our modular system sticker so you know what it is. And then up top, we have our Venturhaus Sprinter 170 roof rack. And that thing is decked out with 800 watts of shade tolerant solar panels from Renogy and the Fiamma F45S Eagle awning. Now the F45S Eagle is the self-supporting awning from Fiamma. It is an awesome thing to have on your van. It has no legs, it has a wind sensor and will automatically retract when it detects strong winds. Additionally, on the outside of the van, we have the Venturhaus running boards. These are the lowest profile running boards on the market, not reducing your ground clearance, but reducing the ease of access to your vehicle. They feature some L-track slots on the rear, allowing you an easy place to tie the animals to the exterior. And then rolling up to the front, we have the Flatline Vanco brush guard. This is just a, little bit of swag, a little bit of bling for the front of your Sprinter that's not going to break the bank. Super easy to install. If you want to add a little bit of durability and looks to your van, that would be something I would recommend as a high value item. Additionally, we have the Van Compass Stage 3 Ride Improvement Package here. That is going to be a additional shock for actual load bearing and a leaf spring pack in the rear, and I believe there's an additional shock as well. So let's take a look. Yes, right there. So let's talk about that. These shocks help absorb the impact from bumps on the road. The additional leaves in the leaf pack help increase the capacity of the rear. Now, that doesn't actually increase the amount of weight you can carry in the van, but it allows the van to handle the additional weight that it has all the time a lot better. Something a lot of people don't realize is that the Sprinter actually has a composite transverse leaf spring as the front load-bearing suspension. And what that means is that underneath the front subframe, right about here, there is a composite leaf spring going perpendicular to the leaf of the length of the van. And this actually isn't doing any load bearing. This is a strut. So that strut just dampens. It doesn't do any carrying work. So adding this extra shock here is going to help that composite leaf spring carry the load and also work in tandem with the strut to balance side-to-side forces and dampen the oscillations that come with traveling on bumpy roads. And now coming back to the front of the van, let's talk a little bit more about the Rixson hydronic system. This is my favorite system in the van and my favorite system in any van. It really changes the game if you like to camp in the winter like I do. Being an avid snowboarder, nothing feels better than waking up to a hot floor, hot boots, and a comfortable space to get ready. So how does that all happen? Well, back here, there is a unit that is using an external S-bar glycol heater. That is a heater that exists under the van's chassis and heats antifreeze, just like the antifreeze that is in your engine. And the reason we use antifreeze is it's good at transmitting heat, whether it's absorbing it or dissipating it. And it also won't damage the pipes in cold weather. You don't have to winterize it. So that glycol gets heated and then gets pumped up into the van, where it goes 3 places. It goes through the radiant floor loop, which is going to be beneath my feet and routed into the structure of the floor. It goes to a air heat exchanger, which allows fans to wick the heat off the glycol and blow it out these vents. It then also goes to what's called a flat plate heat exchanger. And that heat exchanger allows the glycol's heat to be transferred to the water. So you're going to get instant on-demand hot water from the same system too. You can tune the temperature of your floor and hot water using mixing valves to get it all just right. It's an expensive add-on, but I would say it's something that is worth it. You know, the value is there if you can't afford it, certainly. One more feature I want to discuss in this build is the front seat swivels. These are a great way to expand the living space in your van and create additional seating. Now, these seats are special because, they're so comfortable. They're the German-made Schielmann seats. This is another item that really takes a van from regular to extraordinary. It is not the most economical purchase, but I would say, again, like the Rixson, it's high value, and that the quality of life improvements from it are tangible. If you drive your van thousands of miles a year, I would much rather be sitting in this than a factory Mercedes seat. It's got all adjustable support from lumbar to the headrests to the backrests. It is highly adjustable, ergonomic, well bolstered with firm foams. If you've ever driven, say, a BMW M series, an Audi RS, it feels like the seats you'd find in those vehicles. Performance oriented, but still very comfortable. So if you're looking for something to take your van from regular to extraordinary, I'd certainly recommend the Schielmann seats. Now there's one more feature on this build I want to share with you all, and that is when you push this button, turning that switch on will activate the exterior motion lights. As I move close to the van, the lights turn on. This is really nice at night when you want to be able to see where you're walking as you're loading, unloading, or socializing outside of the van. The awning also features an integrated light.